Hey, hello everyone. Good morning. Can you confirm audible or not?
Yes, good morning.
Yeah. So today's workshop is related to what is the main difference between artificial intelligence and machine learning, deep learning, and data science. Okay. So my name is SRINU. I'm from VTS School. So let's start. So tell me, okay, general question. Okay, basically, what is data science in your own words? In your own words, okay, if you know the answer, just tell me. Okay, as a data scientist, okay, what is the role, what is the role he is going to place? Okay, if you have a data, what you can do with the data in general? Okay, it's not like don't think more. Okay, in general, if you have data, what you can do with the data?
Uh, we can present the data in the graph, uh, profit loss, or if
Yeah,
it's a
for
data.
example, if you have, okay, some data, okay, as a data scientist, in the data what we have, what kind of insights we are going to extract the insights of the data or not, from that particular data or not, yes or no? That is related to what? Yes, no? Okay, we have the data, just we are going to extract the insights from that particular data or not. Got my point? Okay, now I said, like, if you have a data, if you have a data, okay, just we are going to do what? Okay, we are going to extracting, okay, we are going to extracting insights, right, from that particular data or not. Now if you have a data, so how you can get the data? I said, like, if you have a data, but okay, when you can have the data, how you can get the data, from where I can get the data in general, from where I can get the data? Tell me. Somewhere, if the data is there, then only, right, okay, we can do something with the data. From where I can get the data in general? Don't think more again. So for example, if you open one website, if you open, okay, Google only, okay, just I'm going to put like champions trophy. Okay, champions trophy. Now see, whenever I selected like champions trophy, I can get some information here, right? It is nothing but what? It is nothing but a data or not? Yes or no? It is nothing but a data or not?
Yes,
So
data.
this data, how many ways I can get it? Come on, think. If it is like a web application, for example, the data which is coming from where, somewhere it is going to store, right? Okay, where it is going to store? From the
Database.
yes or no? General, don't think more. From the database, database is like one source, I can get the data or not. Once I get the data, I can extracting insights from the data or not. Yes or no? One is like database, another one is like what? From the web, right? Yes or no? Okay, like this, if I write something like this, from this particular URL, whenever you load this URL, some data loaded from this particular page, I can extract some data or not? Yes, no? This is also one source or not? Another way is what? In my local machine, in one file is there, in the file also having some data, possibility there or not there? Yes, no? Possibility there or not there?
Yes, possible.
Okay, this is also, okay, one kind of, okay, this is also one kind of source or not, to get the data. Like that, not only this, there has multiple sources or there, you can get the data or not. See, if you want to perform some operation, first of all, on the data, data is required. If the data is not there, what I can do with the data? Yes, no? If the data is not there, what I can do with the data? First of all, you have to get the data or not? Yes or no? So once you have the data, once you have the data, that means once you collected the data, what is the next step? Okay, guess. Okay, this is not related to coding or something. Okay, just okay, think and tell. Once you collected the data, that means my data collection is done. Once you gathered the data from multiple sources like database, web, file, some other, wherever it is, whatever it may be, okay, once you collected the data, the next step is what? Okay, the data is not formatted, right? Is the data by default is like a formatted, okay, how you are expecting like that only my data is available in the web, okay, in the file? Okay, no, right? The data may be okay, different structured or not, okay, unstructured data, whatever it may be, the data. So once you collected the data, okay, you have to clean the data, which required, which not required. You have to clean the data or not, yes or no? Come on, you have to do some cleanup operations or not, agreed? Come on, you have to clean the data or not. Okay, once you have a perfect cleaned data, what you can do with that cleaned data? Okay, you have to find, you have to extract, okay, what you require, what you are expecting from the data. You have to analyze the data or not, yes or no? See, general thing, don't think more, okay, don't, it's not about coding again, I'm telling, okay, just think. You have to analyze the data or not. Okay, so you have to do some analysis, yes or no? Okay, you have to do some analysis or not. Got my point? You have to do some analysis or not. Okay, as part of this data cleaning, okay, if you want to do some modifications, you can do the modifications or not while cleaning the data. If you want to do some modifications, some manipulations, can I do? You can do, no problem at all. Okay, I can do manipulate the data or not, modifications also I can do it or not. Okay, and then I can analyze the data or not, yes or no? Okay, now once I analyze the data, okay, that means I have perfect what I required, that data is there. The next level step, what you want to perform some operations, that is next level, we will discuss that one. First of all, these all things who is going to handle, okay, who is going to do this work? Okay, as a data scientist, he has to prepare the data or not. Okay, he has to collect the data, and he has to clean the data, what required, what not required. And if you want to do some modifications, he has to do some modifications, and he has to analyze the data or not. He has to analyze the data to do all these things, to do all these things. Okay, I have the database is there, I have the web is there, I have the file is there. From that file, if you want to collect the data directly, can I collect it? Can I do, okay, directly? Some programming language is required or not, yes or no? One of the programming language is required or not? Directly we are not able to take the data, right? Some programming language is required or not? Come on, yes or no? So
Yes.
programming language recommended to use. Okay, there is multiple programming languages are there. Okay, Python is there, R programming, okay, language is there, Java is there. Like this, multiple programming languages are there. Most of the people use to perform this operation is like Python. Okay, why they are using like a Python means, okay, only two reasons. One is like, if anything is like a free of cost, we are going to use, we are going to try to use that one or not. If it is like satisfied for my requirement, yes, no, general thing. If it is like no cost, okay, first we are going to prefer that one or not. If it is like satisfied my requirement, if it is no cost also, if it is not satisfied my requirement, then why I need that one? If it is like useless, then why I need that? If it is like free of cost also. Now Python is like a, okay, free of cost is nothing but it's like a open source or not, yes or no? The next thing is like, see, you're using something. If you, one product you are using, if you stuck with something, okay, if it is not work, then that time, okay, there has a customer support is there. Whenever you stuck with something, immediately you can rectify that particular problem. Then that time, okay, we are going to prefer that kind of stuff or not? Why? Because I don't want to waste my time. Whenever I stuck, I need a support, yes or no? So Python also, if you stuck with something, there is a big community is there. If you have any problem, Python has a big community compared with other programming languages. Other programming languages also having, okay, Python also having the big community. Okay, whenever you stuck with any problem, okay, if you ask in the, okay, different websites are there. Best website is like a Stack Overflow. Did you heard about that one? Everyone knows, I guess. Okay, this is the website. Simply you can go to that website. If you type your question, okay, you can get answer immediately, or you can post a question, somebody is going to give the answer. Okay, we have a big community is there for Python. Okay, that's the reason. Okay, this is the reason. Okay, because of this reason, people, or most of the people, are using like what, Python or not nowadays. Yes or no? Okay, let me, okay, right, draw some flow so that we can easily understand. Now, as a data scientist, okay, first of all, he is going to prepare the data. He has to give the data to the next level people or not. So this guy, okay, if you want to take the data from different sources, first of all, those sources are what? Tell me, from which source we can get the data? From which sources we can get the data? From the database we can get the data. Next, from the web I can get the data. Okay, the next one is like,
File
okay, from files I can
file
get
system.
the data or not? File system. Okay, from the files I can get the data or not? Yes or no? So I have the data. I have the data. If you want to take the data, one of the programming language help is required or not? Yes or no? One of the programming language help is required or not? So which programming language you want me to use? There are multiple programming languages are there. Which programming language you want me to use? Okay, Python supports. Okay, R language is there, that is also supports, and Java is there, that is also supports. Okay, but most of the people preferred like what? Most of the people preferred like what? Most of the people preferred like Python. Why? Because it's a open source. Okay, Java also open source, are also like that only. But here, easy to learn. Okay, simple syntax. Anyone can learn within 30 days. At the same time, if any problem is there, there is multiple people are there to help to us. That the reason people are like what? Prefers like, okay, Python or not. Yes or no? Okay, now using these programming languages from this particular one, okay, we can take the data. Okay, tell me what kind of next decision is what? If you want, if you have a Python in your program, okay, in your mission, okay, database is there or web is there. Okay, I want to take the data. Okay, one platform is required, right? Okay, to write the Python code, one platform is required or not? Yes or no? So for that purpose, you have to install some IDEs or whatever it is, right? So which IDE you want? Okay, see, in your in your like local machine, what kind of setup is required? Just we'll see that. Okay, which IDE you want me to use? Different IDEs are there. Okay, you can use like a best PyCharm. Okay, or okay, Jupyter Notebook is there. Jupyter Notebook is there, which is given by the Google Colab. Okay, this IDE also required or not? See, IDE also required or not. So once you have a IDE, you decided the programming language, you know the source from where you need to take the data. So the next step is what? You have to collect the data or not. Yes or no? Okay. The steps are what? First of all, you have to collect the data or not. Once you collected the data, the next one is like what? You have to clean the data or not. The next one is what? Come on, you have to clean the data or not. The next one is what? If you want to do some modifications based on your requirement, you can modify the data or not. Okay, the next one is like you have to analyze or not. You have to analyze the data or not. Agreed? Come on, you have to analyze the data. Up to here, okay? Okay, now how I can analyze the data? Who is going to? Okay, now data scientist is there. Data scientist is there. Okay, the next role also, data analyst also, there has one more role is there. Data, okay, analyst, data scientist and data analyst also. Data analyst, analyst. So this data analyst is there now. Data analyst is like as part of this data scientist only. Here collecting the data, cleaning the data, modifications and analyze the data is there, right? Who is going to analyze the data? As a data scientist, he is going to analyze your data. Okay, as a data analyst. So data analyst role is like different. Okay, data analyst, what he is going to do means, okay, he is going to collect the data, clean the data, modify the data, and he is going to analyze the data. Only this part only who is doing, that guy role is like what? Data analyst. Got my point? Okay, this guy, what he is going to do? Data analyst. He is going to perform, okay, these operations. He is going to take the data from these sources, and he can clean up the data and modify the data. He is going to analyze the data. Okay, these operations who is going to do? Data analyst is going to do. So that if you want to become like a data scientist, first of all, your role should be what? You should have an idea to analyze the data. You should become like a first data analyst. Got my point? You should become like a first data analyst. Got my point? If you want to become like a data analyst, if you want to analyze this data in Python, okay, there has multiple libraries are there to analyze your data. Okay, one library, okay, one library is like NumPy is the library. NumPy is a Python open source library. Okay, it's like a Python open source library. As a data analyst, to analyze the data, okay, directly we not analyze, right? Okay, there has some other libraries out there. As a person, as a developer, everything is depending upon some third party libraries only. Okay, nothing is there to do from our end. Okay, already written, already there. Okay, just you have to use how to use. Okay, that one you should know. So that we have one library called as a NumPy is the library. Another one is like Pandas. Pandas is the another library. So as a data analyst, you should comfort with these two libraries. If you have an idea, then only you can collect and clean and modify and analyze the data. Got my point? So that as a data analyst, here you should know how many libraries. Here you should know how many libraries in this particular role. You should know one of the library called as what? NumPy, numerical Python. Another one is like Pandas. Another one is like Pandas. Okay, if you know these two libraries, you become like a data analyst. Simply you can become like a data analyst. Okay, you can analyze the data. So once you analyze the data, you should not keep with you, right? Okay, you have to expose, you have to publish or not. Okay, how we can publish? Okay, whenever you see, okay, then the time, okay, okay, last time I have a company. Okay, last time my sale report, okay, my sales report, my marketing, okay, I have a company, just last year sales report I want to know. Okay, so once my data analyst can analyze the data, he can give the data to the manager as like an Excel format. Okay, he can read, okay, this month, okay, this month sales happen. Okay, this month sales, like that he can analyze, no problem at all. Instead of that one, is there any proper way is there? Okay, 12 months are there, 12 rows are there, each and every row he has to check, right? If I give like a Excel format, for example, Jan month, okay, this month sale. Okay, February month, this month sale, March. Okay, like this, if you see, if you give this data in the Excel format, it's take a lot of time. At that time, at the same time, comparison also very difficult, right? January, Jan month, this month sale. Okay, November month, this much sale. Okay, it's like reduced or increased. I want to know. Then the time every row you have to compare with remaining all rows or not. It's very difficult if I give the data to the manager in the Excel format or something like that or not. So, is there any better way? Is there okay? Okay, this particular results to my manager through visualization, right? Graphical representation or not? Yes or no? If I give like simply one bar graph, January, Jan month, this much sale, February month, this much sale. By seeing that one within fraction of seconds, you can come to know like which month is like a highest sale, which one month like lowest sale. Okay, month to month, it's like increased or decreased. Next month, consecutive, just okay, you can compare it or not, the months. Yes or no? It's like a very fraction of seconds you can come to know or not. So which one is recommended one? Your analyze whatever you analyze, okay, give it to the next level manager. If you want to submit, don't submit like in Excel like that. Okay, just give the visualization format. That is the best understanding or not? Yes or no? So that once you analyze the data, you have to okay give the reports results to some person, right? Okay, your next level, whoever, okay, you have to give it to them or not. Most of the times, okay, we are going to give like a visualization format. Okay, data visualization. Okay, for that purpose, in Python, there has multiple libraries or there again. Okay, data, how we have the NumPy and pandas are there. Okay, to visualize the data also, we have some libraries are there. Okay, which libraries? Okay, anyone knows? Matplot. Okay, this is like a Python library. Another one is like a Seaborn is there. That is also frequently used libraries. These are the libraries we are going to use. Again, Python libraries, Python, everything is like open source only. Using these libraries, whatever my data analyst provide the result, that results I can show in that graphical representation format or not. Got my point? Yes or no? Okay,
Yes.
up to here, if you know NumPy and pandas, you can analyze the data, you can give the analyzed data. Okay, now we are going to create like what? Okay, some visualization. Okay, some visualization, some dashboards I want to create. For that purpose, we are going to use like what? Some of the libraries is like Matplot library, Seaborn library. These libraries I can use it. Got my point? Okay, now I have the data. I analyze the data. Who did that one? Two roles. Okay, so far two roles. One is like a data scientist role. This everything is come under data science. Okay, he is going to provide the data to the different sources. Okay, here one more role come into the picture. Which role that is? Data analyst role. Data analyst role. Yes or no? Data analyst role. Okay, now this data, for example, okay, last year my company sales. Last year my company sales. Now there has 2024 sales data I have, 2023 sales data I have, 2022 sales data I have. Okay, there has last 10 years sales data I have. Now, by using that sales data, think, can I predict the future? Can I predict the future? Last 10 years data I have. So with that data, can I predict in 2025? It's not like exact. Okay, just predict 2025 how much sales I can do in my okay company. Okay, that means you have to predict the next level year or not, next year or not. Is it possible or not possible? Yes or no? Possible or not possible? Last 10 years data I have. By using that data, okay, can I predict the next year sales? Possibility there or not there? At least prediction. Possibility there or not there? Yes or no? Possibility is there or not there? There, right? Yes or no? I can predict, right? At least. Okay, who can predict? How I can predict means once I have lost 10 years data, I'm going to give that data to my mission learning models. Okay, it's like a terminology, don't think more. Model is nothing but it's a kind of model, algorithm. Okay, terminology is like that. Don't think like algorithm is nothing but you are going to write like a big code. Okay, algorithms, don't think like that. It's like already you have the libraries, just it's a matter of 10 to 15 lines of code to create your model. That's it. Got my point? So that if you want to predict the future, what happened by analyzing this data, who is going to do that prediction means my machine learning model can do that prediction. Okay, who can do that prediction? My machine learning model. Machine learning model. So what my machine learning model can do means he is going to read the current data. He is going to read the current data. Okay, he learns something from my current data, last 10 years data. He read it, he learn something from the data, and he is going to predict the future, what happened in the future. He is going to predict the future. Okay, that is possible by using which models? By using machine learning models. Got my point? See, up to here, without data we can't do anything. Okay, first you have to get the data. Once you have the data, you can analyze. If you want to give the graphical representation, you can give it. If you want to predict the future, okay, graphical representation, what he can do, up to here what happened he can show, but future is not, right? Up to here what my sales last 10 years he can see, he can show you the, okay, bar graph or line graph, whatever it is. Okay, but he is not like show like 2025 how much sale you can did. You are going to do how much sale. Okay, he is not showing, right? Okay, who can predict that one? Okay, data visualization, up to here only what sales, that one only we can visualize. In future what happened, that one we can do by using ML, machine learning models or not. So how the machine learning models are going to work means he is going to read the data, last 10 years data. He is going to read it, he learns something from the data, and he is going to predict the future. And he is going to predict the future. Okay, that is going to do, who is going to do means my ML is going to do. Got my point? Come on, up to you. Okay or not?
Yes.
Okay, so what my ML is going to do? Okay, my ML, my machine learning model, okay, in this particular flow only, okay, in this particular flow only, whatever the data you have, that data if I give to my machine learning model, that guy read the data, he learns something from the data. If I ask, hey, future what happened, okay, he is going to predict the future. That is done by machine learning models. Got my point? Any questions? Okay, now this data we are going to give like a, okay, to this one we are going to predict. Sometimes my data something different. Okay, different data formats, right? Different data formats or not. Okay, so the machine learning model, what he is going to do? He is going to predict the future. Okay, same like this, we have another models. Okay, machine learning model is there, data, okay, deep learning models are there. Okay, model is nothing but algorithms, you can say, terminology wise, I can say. Okay, the next one is like artificial intelligence related also. Okay, these all people where they are going to work, they are going to work with data only or not. They are going to work with data only or not. Okay, now my data is like a structured data. Okay, there has two types of data formats I said, right? One is like structured, another one is like unstructured data also. Okay, most of the time structured data, okay, this guy machine learning models is going to take and read and learn and it's going to predict. But the deep learning, okay, it's like something different. Okay, how it is going to work, we'll see. The next thing is like on the data, as a data scientist, on this particular data they are going to apply some mathematics also. Okay, while analyzing the data only, they are going to apply some mathematics operations also, they are going to apply. What kind of mathematics they are going to use? Okay, as a data scientist, you know. Okay, now statistics they are going to use most of the times. They are going to use like a statistics. Okay, on the data they are going to use some mathematical calculations also while doing this operation. Okay, they are going to add some mathematical calculations. One is like statistics. Okay, the next one is like probability. Okay, the next one is like, okay, most of the times this is calculus. These mathematical operations also on the data, sometimes they are going to perform, sometimes they are going to perform. Okay, now here ML, machine learning is there now here. Okay, deep learning also, DL also, AI also play with this data. Now see the overall picture. As a data scientist, you should know one of the language first. You should know one of the programming language, either Python or R or Java, any one of the language. You can choose one language. Okay, once you comfort with this one, okay, you need to take the data from different sources. From where you want me to take it, from the database or web or files, wherever it is, wherever the data is there, you have to take the data. To write the code, I need one platform. Okay, for that purpose, you can install one IDE kind of. Okay, once you have all this set up, okay, learn, okay, data okay, analyst, data analysis related libraries. Data analysis related libraries are like what? NumPy is like a data analysis stuff. Pandas, data analysis. Okay, these libraries are important as a data analyst. So if you know these libraries, okay, you can get the data, collect the data, clean the data, modify the data, and perform some static, okay, some mathematical operations also, analyze the data. Who is going to do all this work? Data analyst is going to do. So my data analyst is like a subset to data science only, or data scientist only, or not. If you want to become like a data scientist, first of all you should become like a data analyst first. Okay, data analyst only gather the data and perform the operations up to here. Got the point? That's all. If you want to give the results, different ways you can give the result. As an Excel format you can give. Okay, otherwise if you want to, okay, if you want to show in the dashboards kind of, okay, how we can show, okay, Tableau, Power BI, like this different visualizations also there or not there. Yes or no? Okay, now if you want to represent the data in the graphical format, graphical representation, okay, okay, some predefined, okay, Python open source libraries are there. One is like Matplot library is there, another one is like Cbot. So NumPy, Pandas, and Matplot or Cbot, any one of these one you can learn. Okay, up to here, data visualization, data analyst is going to do. The next, once we have the data, like my data is like different formats. It's like, okay, simple sales data. It's like another data format. It's like another data format, whatever it may be. My data, I don't know that one. Okay, once you have the data, if you want to predict the future, that kind of requirement is there. You have to give the data to my machine learning model. My data is like something specialization. Okay, specify, okay, I given one image. That image is like, okay, I want to detect that object. It's like a cat, dog, like that. Okay, that time my machine learning model is not one. My machine learning model just predict the future. Okay, if I give one object, that object is like a cat or dog or something else, okay, who can detect? Okay, with some other models like deep learning models. Okay, that kind of, you have the data, you can give the data to your machine learning models, or you can give the data to your deep learning models or AI related, any you can give it. Okay, and you can apply some mathematical. If you want to become like a data scientist, sometimes on my data we are going to apply some mathematical operations also, so that you should comfort with the statistics and probability calculus. Okay, these three topics are important. Got my point? Up to here, okay?
Yes, sir.
So finally, the data scientist, what he is going to do by seeing this one? What he is going to do?
Providing the data.
Yeah, simple. Okay, he get the data. Okay, he formatted the data is like a structured, unstructured. Yes or no? Using some mathematical calculations, he is ready with the data to supply to some other persons or not? Yes, no. He is going to supply to machine learning model. He is going to give the data to the deep learning model, and he is going to give the data to the AI model also or not? Okay, if this data science, if the data preparation is not happened, what we are going to give it to this guy? ML, what you are going to give? Okay, DL, what you are going to give? For my AI, what you are going to give? Yes or no? Okay. So the ML model. Okay, now you can see the AI, ML and DL. AI, ML and DL. Okay, just AI, ML, DL, I'm going to draw like this. Okay, you only can understand what is this one. If I draw something like this, okay, top level, this one I can say like a AI. Okay, this one I can say like a ML, and this one I can say like DL. This one I can say like a DL. Okay, now all this stuff, this one, here it is coming to the picture or not? Yes or no? Yes or no? So these all are as part of data science only. Okay, now tell me AI, ML, and DL. AI is like a superset for all or not? For ML and DL. Yes or no? So ML is like what? Subset to AI, and DL is like a subset to my ML or not. So artificial intelligence. Okay, simple. Okay, if you have the data, then only we can do something. Okay, that is the basic thing. Okay, with the artificial intelligence, what we can do? Okay, currently, okay, this is like a AI application. Okay, this is like a ML related. This is like a DL related. How we can differentiate? Okay, artificial intelligence applications. How it looks like? Do you know that? Okay, simple. Only one point. Okay, AI applications can mimic your human intelligence or not. How the human is going to work? Okay, same like this he is going to work or not? That AI model. It's like mimic the human intelligence or not? Yes or no? Okay, best one example. Tell me. Here, this is like a AI application like that. In your Windows operating system, okay, Windows in the past, now it is not there. Okay, you have a chess game, right? Did you anytime play chess? Okay, my machine is going to, okay, play with you or not? Yes or no? So how you are going to move, based on that one only he is going to think and move or not? He's going to do some steps or not? Yes or no? That means what? How you think, my machine also think like that or not? That application is like what? AI related application only or not? Come on, simple. That kind of applications, tell me. Okay, this application is like currently it's like a AI application like that. Come on, nowadays chatbots, right? Yes or no? How you are going to talk with me? Okay, whenever you ask a question directly to me, how I'm going to answer? Same like this, my chatbot is going to answer your questions, right? Yes or no? Okay, how? Okay, the human directly physically whenever you ask the question to me, okay, how I am going to answer? Same like this, my chatbot going to give the answer to you, right? Okay, my chatbots also what? Yeah, application only, right? Yes or no? Okay, next, any other applications, tell me. Come on, any other applications? Okay, nowadays self-driving cars, right? Self-driving cars. Okay, how? Okay, if the driver is there, okay, how he is going to drive the car? Same like that only. Okay, without driver also, my car, we are okay, the model, AI model is going to drive your car or not? Okay, my self-driving cars also what? It's a one kind of AI application only or not? See whatever the human can do. Okay, human intelligence. Okay, my intelligence I'm using, I'm doing some work. The same instead of human replaced with mission. Okay, that particular applications we are going to do by using what? AI only or not? Yes or no? So the AI is like what? It's a kind of superset. Okay, superset to ML and DL. Okay, ML, tell me. Just now only we discussed, right? Okay, by seeing this one, it's a subset to M. Okay, AI. Okay, what he is going to do?
Will predict the
He's
future.
going to focus. Whenever I given the data, he is properly read the data. Okay, he learns something from the data. He is going to do the prediction, future. Okay, what happened in future? He is going to predict the future or not. Okay, he is going to take the decisions. Okay, it's like a future prediction. Okay, based on the future prediction, we can take the decisions now or not. Yes or no? If the future is happen, okay, maybe happen like this means, okay, based on that one, you are going to do something like that. Yes, no? Now you are going to take the decisions or not? Okay, now it's a what kind of applications? Tell me. What kind of applications? Okay, best example is like in your Google. Okay, some of the mails are moved to spam, right? Spam, right? Okay, how that particular this mail only has to go to the spam. This mail has to go to your inbox, actual inbox. How? Come on, by using ML models only. Okay, it's like a spam filters. Okay, they are going to read the data. It's like move to which one he is going to take the decision or not. He is going to take the decision or not. Yes or no? Okay, next one is like tell me, read the data and predict the future. That is come under ML. AI is like it's like mimic the human intelligence. Okay, replace human with mission. What my human is going to do, is going to drive. Okay, yes, my AI application also doing the same work. How human is going to think? For example, okay, he detect one object, he has to stop the car. Then the time my AI application also doing the same thing. He finds something in front of car, he's going to stop it. Yes or no? Okay, it's mimic the human intelligence. It is going to predict the future by reading the past data. Okay, DL is what? It's a subset of ML. It's a subset of ML. Okay, it's like it's work with complex data. It's work with complex data. It's like structured data. ML is like a structured data. Okay, last year my product sales like this. Okay, this year my product sale may increase, but the same products, the structure and everything is like same, right? ML models most of the times it's going to work with structured data only. If my data is like not structured, unstructured data, okay, then that time if you want to do some operations, if you want to do some predictions kind of recognitions kind of, then that time you can go with the DL, deep learning. It's a subset of ML only. Okay, it's like there has some models like ANN, artificial neural network. How my brain, my human brain is going to think. Okay, same that kind of. Okay, for example, if I give the cat image to you, hey, what is that image? Then the time I can answer like what? Hey, this is cat, this is dog, like this or not. We are going to detect the object and we are going to tell, okay, this is this one and this one is this, like that or not. Okay, if the data is like not structured, right? Okay, the cat data is nothing but it's not like same, right? Okay, my eye is something like this, my ear something like this, my data is like something unstructured or not. That kind of data, if you want to operate, if you want to perform some operations, then that time you can go with the DL models. The best example is like face recognition. Whenever you open your mobile, okay, if you put like lock unlock with your face recognition, that face recognition application they are going to develop by using what? By using DL models only. It's like not structured data. My face is how it looks like, my hair something like this, my eyes something like this, my ears, unstructured data or not. Yes or no? Okay, speech to text to speech. Okay, NLP. Okay, these all are come under okay DL, deep learning. Understood now? Okay, one line answers tell me. Okay, AI, it's like simply mimic the human intelligence or not. Mimic the human intelligence. ML tell me, come on, ML. Based on the
Predict the
past
future.
data, it is going to predict the future or not. Yes or no? Okay, DL, most of the times it's work with big data. Okay, unstructured data. Unstructured data, it is also okay. recognize or recognition, and it's also doing like some detection only. Okay, object detection. And next one is like text to speech, speech to text, this kind of stuff. Okay, all are come under DL. Okay, DS data science is nothing but what he's going to do. Okay, data scientist, what he is going to do. Okay, data science, what he is going to provide. Data scientist is nothing but who is going to provide all this, who is going to perform some operations, all this. He's become like a data scientist. Okay, data science, what he's going to do. Okay, he is going to find the data, he is going to analyze the data. Okay, they are going to supply the data to your ML models and your DL models, or yes or no. Okay, if this guy is not there, data is not there, can I supply the data to my ML and DL models? Can I supply it? No, right? So no.
Sir, I have a big question.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Sir, is data scientist role is to create those models?
Data scientist. These are come under, okay, ML. This is like a separate. Okay, data scientist. Your question is like data scientist is going to create these models, something like that you're asking?
Yes, sir. What
Yeah,
is the role of
yeah,
data
sometimes he's
scientist?
going to play the role. Okay, see here, up to here only, if you stop, he's like a data analyst only, right? Okay, data scientist can work on machine learning, deep learning, AI, all.
Yes, sir, I got it. These models are prepared by data scientist,
Yeah,
right?
data scientist. For example, you work on only ML. Okay, you are like a ML, machine learning engineer. That's it. Okay, data scientist is going to do all this entire cycle.
Okay. Sir,
Okay,
in which language these models will be created?
these models and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, Python only. These models and
Oh,
everything, we have a separate libraries are there. For data analysis, we have the libraries. Which libraries are there? Data analysis libraries are there. Okay, NumPy
NumPy,
and Pandas,
Panda.
right? NumPy and
Yes.
Pandas. NumPy and Pandas. Data is analysis purpose. Okay, just give it. NumPy and Pandas we have. One second. Okay, NumPy and Pandas for what? Data analysis purpose. For machine learning, okay, take the data and predict the future and read and learn, right? Further purpose, we have one library, sklearn. Sklearn is the library. Sklearn is the library. Okay, this is for what purpose? ML. Most of the times we are going to use this library. It's a Python library. Okay, the use data is there. If you want to perform some operations on that, okay, we have, okay, another libraries are there. One is like PyTorch. Okay, either PyTorch, another library also there. Keras. Keras is the library. Okay, these libraries, okay, not both, any one of the library you can use it, okay, for data, okay, deep learning. Okay, AI related like long chain, this kind of libraries are there. Okay, these are like AI related. Long chain. Did you heard about this one library? Okay, just you can check.
Okay, sir. Yeah.
Okay, these are the libraries frequently we are going to use. Long chain.
So similarly, do we have any similar libraries in Java, sir?
Yes, we have the similar libraries in Java, but not this much support. Community is not that much. Okay, if you're stuck with something, you have to. And code wise also, it's like matter of 10 to 15 lines like that only. But in Java, you have like some more code. Okay, Java also supports, but okay, nowadays people are using like more Python. Okay, Python community is big, at the same time rich libraries are there to do these operations, data analysis, okay, operations and everything. Python has a rich library. Okay, it's like a data analyst. Okay, this is related to AI. So we find,
Got it. Got it, sir. Thank you.
yeah, these are the libraries most of the times here. So if you want to become like a data scientist, first thing is like you should have to learn one of the programming language, Python. Okay, or R or Java, better to go with Python. Okay, After that, you should have to learn like a NumPy and Pandas. Okay, if you learn Python, NumPy and Pandas and the data visualization purpose, okay, what we have matplot library, right? Matplot or Seaborn. Okay, up to here, if you know, you can become like a first data analyst. If you know Python, if you know NumPy Pandas, and if you know Matplot and Seaborn, up to here, if you know, you can become like a data analyst. Up to here, if you know, you can become like a data analyst. Okay, now on this one, if you know, okay, some machine learning models and everything, whatever the data this guy has, you can take the data, you can perform some operation. If you know this sklearn library properly, then the time you are like a ML engineer. Okay, this one, only this part, if you know ML engineer. If you know all these things, you are like a finally becomes like a data scientist. Okay, if you know this one, you work on like deep learning models only. Okay, DL engineer, deep learning models only. If you work on this one, you are like a AI engineer. Okay, if you a person who is going to operate all these things, okay, with some mathematical calculations and everything, okay, he is become like a data scientist. Okay, he is become like a data scientist. So most of the times, all these works not done by only one person. Data analyst is like separate, and ML engineer is different, and DL engineer is different, AI engineer is different, like this different. But these everything come under only one cycle. Got it? So that, okay, based on this one, you can start. Okay, if you want to become like a data scientist, okay, which one you have to learn first, like this. Okay, step by step you can go. It is not a kind of okay 1 month and 2 months course, not like that. Okay, gradually you have to learn. Okay, gradually you have to learn the things. Okay, first you can plan accordingly. First, I want to become like a data analyst. Okay, so that complete that one. And then move to ML, and then move to DL. Like that, you can step by step. You can. Any other? Any questions? Anyone? Okay then.
Sir, I have one more question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Are these models like APIs, sir? REST APIs kind of thing?
No, there has a the model is there now. Okay, this particular model. Okay, it's not like a REST API or kind of. Okay, you have to deploy these models in different format. Okay, consuming also. Okay, different. We are going to deploy and everything is like same kind of only, but the way of consuming is like something different. Okay, it's
Oh,
not
okay,
like
sir.
exposing with some okay REST API, not kind of.
Okay. Okay, sir. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, once you have the model, okay, for example, you created a model, okay, that model has to read the data, right? Okay, and he has to learn something from the data, right? That means he has to train the model or not. Yes or no? Once the
Yes, sir.
training and everything is completed, okay, if you think like he is going to give the accurate result, you have to test it right first. Okay, if you give the training, okay, to one person, okay, before moving him to the live, you have to test it right. Okay, you created a model. Okay, you supplied some data. Whenever you supplied, my model is like getting trained. Okay, once my training is completed with the data, what he is going to do? What he is going to do?
Is going to keep it
Okay, once
available for
okay,
use.
if like a training is completed, the next level is like testing or not. Yes or no? Okay, once
Yes, sir.
you tested, then that time that model is like okay, gives me the accurate results and everything. We are going to deploy or not. Okay, as you said, okay, it's a kind of you can use like you can use this particular model in our web application kind of Flask is there and Fast API is there. Okay, that time, as you said, it's like one URL is going to generate, you can use it. That is also works. Okay, now this particular model we are going to deploy okay in different sources like AWS. Okay, and okay, Google, GCP, Azure, like this, different sources are there. We can. Okay, it's like work with standalone also sometimes. Got my
Okay,
point?
sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, you can integrate with your fast API and Flask. These are like what? They are going to give like REST URLs. Okay, web URLs they are going to give. That URL you can use it directly.
Sir,
Got it, sir.
sir, just one question related to model. So model is nothing but a refined data which is stored inside the database or file system or any other way,
See, the
right?
model is nothing but it's like normal okay program you can say first of all. Okay, whenever the data analyst given the data, okay, that data we are going to take. Okay, we are going to read the data by using this particular library. sklearn is there, na? Okay, this is the library, right? For example, if it is like ML model, okay, he is going to read the data, okay, from him. In the sklearn, to train my model from this data, we have some methods, predefined methods for that. After
Mhm.
you test that one, we have some predefined methods for that. Okay, once you have okay the testing data, okay, testing results with the accurate, we are going to check the accurate results and everything. Okay, once you satisfied with that results, I can understand like my testing and my model is working as expected. The next level step is like deployment. So in this particular model, data is required now, so that you have to use okay these all things to get the data. We are going to use like a pandas and everything. Why? Because data is required to my model or not. Yes or no? Okay,
Yes.
once you have the model, okay, you have to take the data, okay, and you have to train the data and you have to test the data. Okay, you have to take the data from where? From these resources, right? One is like database or web or files, something like that or not.
Okay. And
Yes,
sir,
sir.
who is going to compare that object to object? Suppose I put it in one laptop, and so this is the laptop image. Who is going to compare to blockchain or something?
Yeah, that's something like that. Yeah, but can you repeat the question again once, please?
Who is going to compare the object from model?
Compare the object.
Yes. So most cleanup or finest output, who is going to provide?
Okay, that means accurate out model only they are going to provide. We are going to give some input to them. Okay, they are going to give output based on some predefined methods or there. Okay, simply we can see on, for example, our current schools you can take data science, linear regression. Okay, it's a kind of sick. Okay, are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah, here we are using like NumPy. Okay, and you get the data. Okay, pandas or NumPy we are going to use for what? Analyze the data or not. Okay, in the sklearn, this is the library for ML. Okay, train and test. Okay, here we are going to train the model and test the model with this method only. We are going to give like to train and to test some data like this. Okay, if you have an idea, okay, you can understand. The next one is like okay, fit is the method is there. Okay, to check it's like gives me the accurate results or not. Okay, now you can predict based on your input, so it's going to give some output to you. Got my point?
Got it.
Okay, now once if you want to show some data visualization also, here only we can add it. See here in this particular model how many things are involved. Okay, NumPy, pandas, data visualization, scalar which is related to ML model, and matplot library also. Why? Because my results I want to show in the data, okay, visualization representation, so that they are going to show like in the matplot library like this also. So everything in this only. Here the prediction is happened now. Okay, ML what purpose? Read the future data and predict the future or not. Read the past data and predict the future or not. So that predict is the method. Whatever the inputs you are going to give and is going to give the output to us. This is the predicted values.
Okay, got it.
Got my point? Okay, like
Got
this
it.
different models are there. Based on the data, you have to decide. Okay, you have to use like which kind of model. Got my point?
Got it.
So once the prediction and everything you satisfied, okay, it's giving like accurate result. For example, okay, last year is like, okay, 80 products I sell, okay, before last year 70, okay, now 2025 you should not say like, okay, 50, right? The prediction is like what, gradual increasing means, okay, at least you have to say like what, 70, 80, at least you have to say like 85 or not. Okay, whenever it say like 80, okay, 81, 82, then the time I can understand like what, it's like gives me accurate result or not. Yes or no? My model should not gives me, okay, last 3 years my sales is like 60, 70, 80, okay, 2025 it should not say like 30. Yes or no? So that at least it has to give like a some accurate result, okay, prediction values. Then I can understand like what, okay, yes, my model is giving like a accurate result only. Once my model gives me the accurate result, then what you have to do, you have to use that model or not. Okay, you have to deploy this model as you said, okay, in the fast API or Flask, okay, you can integrate this model as like URL, you can use it. Okay, you can deploy this model, there is a separate procedure is there to deploy this model. Yes, by using that one, finally you have to deploy, then only we can use it or not. Got my point?
Yes.
So that, okay, Sidram, you asked, right, REST, okay, fast API and okay, fast API and Flask, these are the web frameworks, right? You can integrate that, you can integrate.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, any other questions, anyone? Okay, okay, first if you want to become like a data scientist, first focus on the basic things. Okay, learn Python, okay, NumPy, Pandas and Matplot, and then you can start with ML and DL, AI, like that, step by step you can do. That is my suggestion. Okay, okay, then thank you guys, thanks for joining. Sam, you are asking something? Your voice is low, I'm not able to hear you. Can anybody hear him?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
No, not mine, Sam. He's telling something.
No, sir, we can't hear him.
Okay, okay, then no problem. Thank you guys, thanks for joining. Bye.
Bye, sir. Thank you.